Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nacho here, and today I wanted to talk about a topic that has been talked about recently, and well, just a lot if you think about it, like all over the years, which is new games versus old games, like the skill base, which ones are better, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I just want to talk about it and get my thoughts in there. This won't be a long video, I don't think, and let me know what you guys think down below about you feel about this topic about new versus old, and yeah, I guess let's just begin with the video. So I would say like the first thing that I kind of just want to tackle with the shoulder pads on is probably how the newer pro players are just like they wouldn't stand a chance in like the older games or something. I feel as if that's the argument that's been had at least before, and I don't see how that makes any sense personally to me, because when I look at a newer player compared to an older player, it's just that they're actually kind of similar in a way, so I don't see the argument really too much. It's just that one is fights a bit more aggressive. That's about it. That I've noticed so far when I've seen newer pro players go up against other people. So I don't really see a huge difference there when it comes to skill hills. If they'll do really good, I just don't think that. I don't think that would matter at the end of the day. I really do think the new players would do really well in the older games too. Like MinRD would do probably fantastic in Street Fighter 4. I'm pretty sure Big Bird, Angry Bird, like all these new players will probably do well. It's just that since there's a lot more information out there in the world, like YouTube has gotten, you know, obviously it was big in the past too, but even bigger is that there's more information now, so everybody can learn. So it's just like the tech that these pro players are learning, other people are learning it too, so it's like it evens it out. As long as you work your butt hard enough, you can beat anybody. That's the whole point of fighting games. Like if you're really about that action, the whole world championship deal for every tournament, every game or whatever, fighting games, people work their butt off to just do really well and learn new things. And there's some things that even the older pro players don't know, and some for even the younger, so it goes vice versa. So I still think they would do relatively well. It's just that the information is out there now. And another thing to add actually to this is that, again, I guess you could say the older players are technically not in their prime anymore, since back in the day they were just winning tournaments constantly, whatever, bam. I mean, I think they're doing relatively good now. Obviously, like Daigo is still a beast, Keto, all of them are still beasts in their own way for every fighting game or whatever they're doing. It's just that the newer players are here, they're strong, just like they were back in the day. So I think it's their time in the spotlight. That's all it is, really. So yeah, but that's just my opinion. Maybe in like a year or so they just dominate all of a sudden because they figured out something, but that could be the possibility too. So yeah, but let me know what you guys think about that. Now, I guess another topic I would want to mention is like a topic of older games have more variety of like character archetypes and stuff like that, and newer games don't. I actually do agree with that statement. I feel as if everybody's kind of samey in a way in some of the newer games, not all, but in some. But like, say for instance in Street Fighter 6, and I could be wrong here, but I feel as if most characters in Street Fighter 6 that are like their own archetypes can turn into a rushdown character immediately, just because Drive Rush, like literally. Even Gao can do it, and he can just walk you down and beat you down. Like, he doesn't have to just strictly be zone, being a turtle. He doesn't have to do that anymore. He can just do whatever he wants, kind of. And some characters that are not even like a rushdown characters do it better than the rushdown characters. Like, Kimberly is not really that good in Street Fighter 6, and I feel some other characters that are not rushdown characters, just like, for instance, Ken, he's just a Shoto, just balanced default character. He's a better rushdown character than her, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, I think that is a thing that needs to change in a way for some of the new fighting games, because to me personally, I do think variety in the characters is really good, and just each character having their own thing and being really strong at it makes a really good game in my personal opinion, because I feel as if everybody can do really well grabbing in Street Fighter 6, but the grapplers, the ones that are supposed to be doing that, are struggling. For instance, I almost said Snake Eyes. Zangief is not good in Street Fighter 6, and neither is Manon, and they're the grapplers. And then you have people like Ken throw looping people in the corner. It's like, what? And also, grabs actually beat command grab, so it's like, what the freak is even going on anymore? Like, what's the point? How are you gonna have Ken and Luke be better grapplers than freaking Lily, Manon, and Zangief? That's crazy to me. Like, technically, in a sense, they are better grapplers because they have like a better wake-up animations, better throws. Like, Ken's back throw, I don't care what anybody says to me. That's like the best back throw in the game. He takes you to the corner. Literally. But who knows? Maybe I'm a little crazy for thinking that. Maybe it's too OD if the grappler could beat regular grabs. I don't think that is personally, because there's like a bunch of mechanics already as is in the game to just uppercut them, or you could just jump. That's always an option too, but I don't know. that's just my opinion about it, because I feel as if they should be allowed to mix as well. But yeah. But let me know what you guys think about that one too. But again, though, I should mention this. It is not every new game, though, because I feel as if Guilty Gear does a good job with their new characters. Like, every character that they have, well, most of them are very unique. Like, the only thing about it is, like, almost every new character has, like, a bar, but that's about it. That's, like, samey in a way, but I feel as if most characters in Guilty Gear Strive are very unique in a way, but that is just my opinion, though. But thinking about it now, maybe some people like, you know, similar characters in a way, but then again, maybe most of the people are afraid of archetype characters being really good, because they're like, man, this character's so good, and they're just like so crazy because this thing is really strong. But in reality, it should be strong for them because that's their archetype, instead of everybody just being the same old shoto-y type of character, when in reality I feel as if it's just people just can't handle one character being stronger because he's just good at what they're doing, like a bully character being good at what they're doing, grappler, and so, like Rushdown or whatever. But that's just my opinion. But I do feel as if that characters that are like a certain archetype should be just really strong at one thing, or maybe two, but not everything. You don't need everything to be an amalgamation of every character. Not every person needs a fireball, uppercut, command grab, or a rushdown move, a move to just do this or that. You can just stick to a few things and just keep it pushing. And if you want to add more to that toolkit to the same thing, that's fine too. But they don't need to be good at everything, and that's just my personal opinion about that. Could be wrong. Well, not wrong, that's my opinion. What the heck? Tell me how you feel about that. And yeah, the last thing I wanted to mention, and I'll keep this short, is I do think that when it comes to newer games versus older games, I do think it is a bit better that they did make it a bit easier, because I feel as if a lot of new players would have not played any fighting games, like, at all. Like, if you would ask a casual player about like the fighting games back in the day, I'm like, man, does this game look cool to you? Yeah. Does it look cool watching people fight in professional play or whatever? They'd be like, yeah. Do you want to play the game? No, because it was way too hard, and I feel as if that's like the thing, the end all be all. So I do think making it slightly easier is perfectly fine, like modern controls or whatever. I think that's fine. But dumbing down the mechanics of the game, or just some even characters, like for instance in Tekken, I don't think that is necessary whatsoever. I feel as if the characters can still have depth. Maybe they have new moves that are easier for the beginner players to use, and not cheapish in a way. It's like, okay, it's fair, but then there's still the difficult stuff, like, hey, if you're good with this, then you can beat to the top. I feel as if that's perfectly fine, but they just have to find that right depth, in my opinion. I feel as if newer games struggle with that just a little bit. However, I do think it is possible for them to find a perfect balance to have the new generation of fighting game players, or just new audiences, look at the game saying this is cool, and do it for the old heads and just the old fighting game players say this is cool too. A perfect balance. And I know it's very hard, because being like a developer and stuff like that, figuring out things, because you want good sales, but you also want to have your friends be having fun too, so you got to find that balance. So I'm not going to judge a lot of the creators too much for that, but you know, it is what it is. I just hope they can find a balance for that. I think I'm going to end the video, guys, right here, because I don't want to make the video super long. I just want to make it like a good bite-sized thing, like a good snack or whatever, and then, you know, you have your good day. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, night, noon, or whatever time period you guys are at, man, and I will see you guys next time.